least that's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Pulled in at the 24. Spins away. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Murray. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Check 52. Hey, check 24. Check nickel.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Safety's creeping. Check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They run it with Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Good job right there. Good job right there. Tighten up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Go, 14. 58, boys, 58, 58. Hey, man.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Like that. Push him back. Shoot.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Murray now to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Check, check. Lucky. 14. Switch. 12. Get wide. He's 14. Front it. Watch.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
What you got, Heavy? Took right. Give me something. Here we go. Check 26. Hey, check 24.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a give right side. Carson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 16, Wilson. Trying to improvise. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And now it's 3rd down.
Push the team. 58, come on. Tighten up. Pull it together.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the hole and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Bruce Irvin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Showing it. Mike 48. Bring it.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run with Drake. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Touchdown, Cardinals. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he's going to for Dorsett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray with a catch made by Hopkins. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Play fake. Murray out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now Murray off play action. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, block it. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got 3 guys, 4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
First down, a run with Hyde. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson will find Metcalf. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Right back to Drake. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch the run. Check 3. Joker.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Carson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They run again with Carson. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hey, 0-0-0. Shift. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the... That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come